Right now at 10, candidates take the stage at the first debate. The La Crosse mayoral candidates vying for your vote.
And a political expert weighs in on President Trump's federal worker cuts, how they may impact Wisconsinites.
Plus, a movie screening tour in La Crosse. A Wisconsin native shares the state's culture through his films.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Tonight was the first mayoral forum in La Crosse hosted at UWL.
News 8 Now's Allison Fergott was a panelist there for the forum and joins us in the studio with the story.
Ken and Emily, La Crosse residents heard from the 4 candidates about the community's top issues. I asked the candidates about one of the city's hot-button topics, homelessness. La Crosse recently entered its second year of the Pathways Home Plan. The project is a partnership between the city, county, and various organizations in order to achieve functional zero homelessness in La Crosse by 2029. Candidates spoke in favor of the plan, with some adding what more they'd like to be done in the city.
We have to be doing a better job as a community of picking up those individuals and putting them back into work and back into housing, because they just need that little lift. That's the missing piece to the Pathways Home.
The high percentage of those that are homeless, generally a result of drug and mental health addiction. And I am going to push, I've already talked to one state rep and actually the governor to push to get a state-funded detox and mental health counseling facility on the west side of the state.
I also asked the candidates about creating more affordable housing. According to the city's planning department, La Crosse will need to add at least 200 housing units in the coming years to keep up with demand.
City planning is doing a great job of doing redevelopment and providing funding for renovations to current homes and current properties, while also exploring what land do we have that is buildable, what vacant buildings do we have that we can repurpose.
What we need to make sure we do is when we do add that housing, we have that balance of affordability, and we make sure that that infill is sensitive to the neighborhood so that there isn't a disruption to the neighborhood.
La Crosse residents will vote in the mayoral primary on Tuesday, February 18th. At that point, the field will get cut down to just 2 candidates. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison.
Last week, the Trump administration announced a plan to cut thousands of federal employees by offering buyouts. The deadline for those cuts was originally midnight, but a federal judge temporarily blocked it. As of March 2024, Wisconsin has over 19,000 federal employees on the payroll. Cuts could impact nearby agencies like the VA, Fish and Wildlife Services, and the Postal Service. It is unclear which departments would be hit the hardest. A UW-Milwaukee professor says Wisconsinites should consider how the cuts will impact their daily lives.
It's very common that when you ask an American, is government too big? They'll say, yeah, government's too big. And we should cut services. Okay. Should we only deliver the mail 3 times a week? No, not that one.
Lee says cuts could slow down programs that provide financial assistance for things like housing and food. No word on how long the judge's pause will last.
Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin wants answers from the White House. The reason: reports that federal funding was allegedly blocked for Wisconsin Head Start. Program leaders were reportedly locked out of pay systems to keep operations running. Head Start provides child care and preschool education to more than 10,000 Wisconsin children.
Well, now that the wind has subsided a little bit this evening, all attention turns really to our bigger event that's happening on late Friday night through Saturday. With the alert day with snowfall that's going to be occurring. Right now we're looking at 3 to, I would say, more 7. It's kind of went down a little bit for some areas. It's more 3 to 7 inches. And it still is really north of I-90 where most of it will fall. And we're looking at late Friday night through Saturday, really the daytime. I think that'll be it. Snowfall amounts have come down a little bit, but also have crept a little bit further north with that 6+ area, narrowing it down. So La Crosse is a little bit less. And as you go towards Prairie du Chien, we're looking maybe at 1 to 3. Now this could change because we're still quite a bit of ways out from the the event, but right now that's kind of what we're leaning towards for the snow amount. But for tomorrow, we're not going to see any of that, and actually very light winds and comfortable conditions with increasing clouds. 23 getting up at noon. Similar story for Eau Claire, a little colder because of snow cover overnight, but also light winds, something that we didn't see Thursday, with getting up to 16. With some sunshine in the morning, we will have increasing clouds. There's your temperatures overall. Some areas might actually get up to freezing to the south. Unfortunately, areas that have snow cover like Ladysmith and those areas around there will get into the low 20s. But all in all, not a bad day minus that wind that we did have on Thursday. So bigger picture, we're going to kind of time out the snow that's coming up. We got colder temperatures next week. And now I've just looked at, we even got more snow possibility for Valentine's Day, too.
Oh, boy.
Wow. All right. Lots to look forward to. All right. Thank you, Greg. And a reminder, everyone, you can track weather on your block by downloading our First Warn weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play.
Charges have been filed against a suspect in an Eau Claire homicide. 18-year-old Demarion Stogner faces 10 charges, including first-degree intentional homicide. Stogner is accused of shooting and killing Andre Simmons Jr. on January 25th in Eau Claire. His preliminary hearing is set for February 25th.
Wisconsin consumers battled scams, identity thieves, and sketchy landlords last year. In a list released today, the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection reports rental disputes topped the list of 2024 complaints. Telemarketing scams came in second, followed by home improvement problems. Identity theft complaints jumped from last year. In total, the state says it helped return $23 million to wronged consumers.
Well, a change is coming to Wisconsin license plates. The change, which hasn't happened in nearly 8 years, will switch the first letter of new plates from the letter A to the letter B. The DMV says that it will take about 7 more years to go through all of the B combinations on license plates. The changes will start rolling out statewide this month.
Ultra Federal Credit Union held a ribbon cutting today, marking the completion of a remodel of Ultra's original branch in La Crosse. The state-of-the-art office features a smart ATM, which will be available 24 hours a day in the lobby and drive-thru.
We wanted to refreshen it up, but we also wanted to bring our Sammys, which is our smart ATMs. Every one of our locations has those in the drive-thru. These are brought into the building, so these are 24/7 access. They can take deposits, they can do withdrawals, they can take loan payments, and they can also transfer between accounts.
Staff at the full-service branch will also be trained to help take care of a wide variety of financial needs.
Well, Gunderson showcased their new OBGYN clinic at an open house today. Due to high demand, the clinic saw an extensive remodel and moved up to the 5th floor for more space. The clinic features 6 more ultrasound rooms and 8 more exam rooms than their previous space.
They've just really enjoyed the new bright space. It's a lot more aesthetically calming because obviously going to your gynecology appointment isn't always the most fun. So that's been nice to have this nice aesthetic pleasing space for them during this time.
Dr. Ted Peck was honored with the naming of the ultrasound wing on the new floor. He's being honored for his 30 years of service with Gunderson.
A Toma filmmaker is screening his newest film at La Crosse's Pump House. Nathan Deming wrote and directed February. This film follows a Latino immigrant moving to Wisconsin and struggling to fit in until he discovers ice fishing. It's part of a 12-part series, 1 film for each month, all based and filmed in the Badger State. Deming hopes the film will inspire others to make more films in Wisconsin.
I'm really passionate about making films here and bringing more cinema here. So that's kind of the goal of this whole project, is that I got 10 more films to do. I'm really excited about telling lots of Wisconsin stories, shifting characters and perspectives each time.
February won a Golden Badger Award at the Wisconsin Film Festival. The movie will continue to screen for free in cities statewide. We'll have more local news ahead,
including how a federal funding freeze could impact domestic violence shelters.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with your choice roofing. your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Hurry in for store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas just for shopping at Drury's. Only at Drury's where you find all the best brands like Daniels Amish, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and Lazy Boy. Plus, the design staff to help you pull it all together. Great prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. It's happening now. The President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
A federal funding freeze could put domestic violence shelters and services in jeopardy. Last March, Congress set a new limit on the amount of funds from the Victims of Crime Act that can be dispersed to states.
And with a cut to accessible funds, Bolton Refuge House is facing an uncertain future. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget spoke with the director there about the concerns.
Each year, more than 150 women and children come through their emergency shelters doors. When we visited, 15 beds were in use, beds now on the brink of closing. In the past, Wisconsin's DOJ awarded the Bolton Refuge House $250,000 a year from the Victims of Crime Act. A federal cap has now limited how much individual organizations can receive in Wisconsin. This year, Bolton was awarded just $90,500. Wisconsin's Act 241 has helped provide a financial cushion while they deal with the cuts, but that act is set to expire this June.
If we don't see something different shortly that's going to address the loss in June of those monies, that's where we can sit with having to make some critical decisions.
Like potentially reducing or cutting some victim services, including the shelter. In 2023, 85 people died in Wisconsin from domestic violence-related incidents, a number Stein says will go up as funding for shelters like theirs goes down.
And Bolton House isn't the only shelter facing a tight budget. Most other organizations that receive VOCA dollars also saw their funding cut.
In western Wisconsin, domestic violence shelters are few and far between. Stein says other shelters facing cuts makes matters even worse. Boats, RVs, hunting, fishing, and more.
We've got your sneak peek at this year's sports show.
And yeah, we got some snow for Saturday too, alert day conditions, but we got colder air next week too, where we could see once again sub-zero temperatures. We'll break down when to expect the snow, how much, and what the temperatures look like next week. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Get up to 60% off list during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Gather around this 7-piece dining set, just $499. You'll get the best deals. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch. It's better over here.
At the University of Wisconsin-Madison, we believe in working together to address real-world challenges. That's why we're proud to help farmers cultivate healthy food and landowners preserve and maintain forest land. We're proud to educate the next generation of teachers and drive groundbreaking medical research. Together, we make an impact that rings loud and clear. One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
As head of criminal appeals, Susan Crawford had one job: keep a convicted rapist behind bars. Yet Crawford didn't bother filing the appeal in time, letting the rapist walk free. The victim, already scarred beyond measure, called Crawford's negligence utterly disgusting. Traumatized by Crawford's disregard for justice, her criminal coddling record is an injustice to us all.
The huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen for just $3.99. Shop America's favorite sleep brands with a 365-night sleep guarantee. Up to 60% off right now during the President's Sale at Slumberland.
Yes! Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The 47th annual Lacrosse Sports Show kicked off today.
Yeah, it's at the event. The event is at the Lacrosse Center until the 9th. It features hunting and fishing equipment, along with family-friendly activities like balloon animal demos and an archery show.
The show manager says everything you need for the ultimate outdoor experience is going to be there.
If you're looking to book a hunting trip, it's here. If you're looking to book a fishing trip, it's here. And just all the resources that are here under one roof. It's just a great place to come down and check out.
Tickets are still available for purchase both online and at the event.
So the Lacrosse Center will certainly be the event center to be at for the weekend. And I believe our weatherman Greg is going to be live at the sports show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy some of the boats there that I can't afford, right? Well, we're looking at tomorrow actually is going to be fairly nice too. Actually seasonable, lighter winds. We won't deal with the winds, increasing cloud cover. But all in all, these temperatures aren't too bad for the first week of February. Almost low 30s towards Prairie du Chien. Eau Claire up to the low 20s. There they have some snow covered, so they'll keep those temperatures down. But all in all, the winds will be light. That'll be the bigger story compared to Thursday. And then the alert day conditions come in. We're going to have snow arrive for some places maybe before midnight, but I think a lot of the accumulating snow will be after 1 a.m. Won't go to 10 p.m. I think that'll be some showers will continue, but most of the accumulation will be done Saturday afternoon. But the roads may be hazardous all the way through Sunday morning because our temperatures are going to fall throughout the night. We're not going to see any warming temperatures. And snowfall still the greatest is north of I-90, even getting probably closer to I-94 now, a little bit of a shift. And that shift could occur more. Right now, winter storm watches are still out. They'll probably be upgrading these to either advisory or maybe to a warning, depending on how things look as we go throughout the morning hour right now. Further south, I think we will have snow for our southern viewers, but it just depends on how much, a little bit more in question. Here's this first band that kind of comes through here basically after about 9 p.m. We'll see if this actually can reach the ground. It might be too dry to see it, but we'll come through an area. But then by about 1 a.m., you're going to see a band begin to develop somewhere along I-94 and just south. It has shifted a little bit further north, and then it'll kind of sink south throughout the morning time frame. So I think a lot of the snowfall for La Crosse will be late Friday night through Saturday morning. Further south you go, it may take a little bit more longer into Saturday morning to see it come through, but it is broken up by the time we get to noon, indicating that's a little bit weaker than we initially thought. The snow should get out of here probably by afternoon hour, and then by 4:30 you see maybe some showers around the area, but for the most part, Saturday late afternoon and evening, we're not going to see much in the way of precipitation. Roads will be probably still an issue as temperatures continue to fall, but we're not seeing much in the way of precipitation Saturday evening or even Saturday night, clearing skies. So that's a good story. It's not going to last too long and not going to impact all day Saturday or even Sunday. Sunday we're looking like pretty nice conditions, but cold because of all the snow and the north wind. Here's your snowfall as we give a little bit earlier in the broadcast. That 6-inch mark has kind of shrunk a little bit and pushed a little bit further north, a little bit less as you go towards Prairie du Chien 2. If we kind of zoom in on a bigger picture of that and show you a little area, you can see that La Crosse is kind of sitting on that 4 to 6 and 2 to 4 area right now, a little bit further north. Up to Eau Claire, 6. Potentially could be an area in here that gets more than 6. The probability of getting more than 8's kind of dropped a little bit, but this is kind of what we're expecting right now. Still 24 hours out, so it will probably change. Everyone's going to get some, and hazardous travel definitely will still be a bet. So Friday evening still looks good for all the activities. The snow should be out of here probably by early afternoon. And the better part of this thing, we're not expecting much wind. A little bit wind up north on the backside, maybe 10 to 15 Saturday night. Won't cause too much blowing and drifting. but I don't think we'll see much problem with that. We still got some questions, especially where that 6+ inch band ends up. It's been going further north. It could actually shift back south. We'll see. When the highest snow rate, that means when the worst road conditions. We still got an idea of when that might occur. And how the roads will look going into Saturday night just depends how much snow goes on and what the traffic looks like, but we'll keep an eye on that too. Otherwise, Sunday, we're definitely going to be colder, back to the teens and 20s, and that's just the start of a cold snap with the snow on the ground. Some of these temperatures at night could get well below zero. It depends on cloud cover, which we got a little bit coming Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday night and Wednesday looks like the coldest time. I think it'll clear up there. We could see temperatures getting 10 to 15 below those mornings. And then we got a system to keep an eye on for Valentine's Day right now because it's showing a little bit more promise for snow coming in too. So we'll see if that kind of pans out. So active and cold and typical winter.
Looking like a consistently cold week.
Yes, very much.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Coming up next in sports, Blue Gold's in trouble. A big game in the MVC girls hoop standings. Find out if Central could hold on to a late lead and snap the streak of Aquinas. Jacob is next.
Forecast is more than just temps and sky conditions. It's about how it affects your day. And every day, I'll break it down in a way that makes sense, especially when you're heading out the door. See you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
No cash, no problem. Head to Wesco One Sparta and get up to 48 months to pay interest-free on all the hot new furniture you want. Looking to level up your space? We've got you covered with recliners, sofas, bedroom sets, and dining furniture. All available with zero interest for up to 48 months. Don't wait. Upgrade your home today and swing by Wesco One Sparta. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Signs build brands, create impact, and grab attention. Signorama Lacrosse is your full-service sign center. We use the latest technology and highest quality products to produce custom signs, vehicle wraps, banners, wall murals, window graphics, and trade show displays. Signorama Lacrosse Design Services will help create the perfect sign to advertise your product or business. We can custom make any type of sign, including box signs, channel letters, custom logos, digital graphics, and directory signs. Signorama Lacrosse, locally owned, globally known.
Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
You can't understate the importance of tonight's Aquinas Central girls basketball game. One of these teams will be crowned MVC champs. Blue Golds clipped the Riverhawks by 37 almost a month ago, but much closer this time around. Aquinas hasn't lost to an MVC foe in over 3,000 days. Central looking to snap the streak. Pick this one up late second half off the feed from Katie Biondo. Ellie Gillitzer lays it in for 2 of her 15. Blue Golds would claw back. Ava Willenbring with a big hit from beyond the arc. Visitors take a 3-point lead. Next trip down, ball skipped over to Alana Simpson. She pulls up from distance, got it. All tied up, so under a minute left. Still tied. Aquinas with a trap in the corner. Sammy Davis intercepts the pass, and she's got nobody in front of her. And Aquinas would convert at the free throw line down the stretch, escaping with a 55-50 win. In Westby, it was Cancer Awareness Night. Lots of pink in the crowd and on the court as well. Westby would come out hot as Alex Wang gets it on the wing and fires from deep to draw first blood in this one. Next possession, same result from Wang. But then Aliyah Schwem took over. First with a nasty crossover as she gets the floater to fall. Then on the fast break, Schwem again getting the tough shot to go right here. And that would do it as Viroqua steals one at Westby as the Blackhawks get the win 54-45. Whitehall heads to Pepin, each team hoping to get closer to 500 on the season. Mason Pintock goes cross court and finds Caden Johnston, who puts it on the floor and lays it in off the glass. Moments later, Johnston would have active hands on defense, get the steal and the lay-in to bring the Norse within 1 at the start of the second half. Hard rebound here coming up next by Aiden Evans. Looks and finds William Youngbauer beyond the arc and splash. Whitehall takes this one in the end. Norse win on the road 73-55. All right, to the ice we go. Avalanche hosting Black River Falls. What a season Calvin Lekowski is having, leading the state in total goals, and he did not miss a beat tonight off the pass. Lekowski finds the net just 90 seconds into the game. Then later in the period, Tigers shorthanded, but Lekowski doesn't care on the breakaway, going top shelf for his second of the night. Black River Falls goes up 2, and they were not done. Now up 3, but Ben Bressie takes the shot, connects for another goal. Tigers run away with it in this one. News out of the NBA today at the deadline. La Crosse native Johnny Davis was traded from Washington to the Memphis Grizzlies. He was drafted 10th overall in the 2022 draft by Washington and played 2+ seasons for the franchise. He averaged just 11.4 minutes and 3.5 points per game. It's expected that Davis will compete for depth minutes in Memphis's backcourt. He was Mr. Basketball in Wisconsin in 2020, averaging over 27 points a game that season. Well, in just over a week, the Holmen wrestling team is hoping to leave an impact on the postseason. The Vikings lineup is loaded from top to bottom with some hammers. They are currently the number 3 team in Division I and have 8 kids ranked, according to Wisconsin Grappler. Head coach Justin Lancaster is in his 3rd season at Holmen. He's aware of the success the program has had in the past and says this team is ready to make a run, not only at individual state, but for team state as well.
They're doing the right things right now, just being relaxed and understanding that they are prepared for that and not to overthink it and get too caught up on anything.
Yeah, we haven't been in team state since my freshman year, so it's been a super big goal for us just to have our class as the last class to kind of show these guys through team state, not focusing on those rankings. We're just going to go wrestle, do what we can do, and show everybody Holmen.
The Vikings will kick things off hosting a D1 regional on Saturday, February 15th. And guys, I should mention as well some NFL Hall of Fame announcements today. Jared Allen of the Vikings and Sterling Sharp, of the Packers.
Yeah.
29th Packer to ever make the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Exciting stuff for those guys. Kevin O'Connell, Coach of the Year for the Vikings. So a big night of awards for those guys, well-deserving.
Yeah,
well-deserved,
definitely.
yeah. And 12th all-time, Jared Allen in sacks, and he had a lot of them against the Green Bay Packers.
But how about Sterling Sharp as well? What a great
yeah, Sterling and Shannon now the first brothers to be in the Hall of Fame.
Great stuff.
Okay, more news right after this.
Wisconsin winters are no joke. Just ask Barry the Bear. Every year he hibernates to escape the cold, but hibernating on an old lumpy mattress? It's unbearable. So Barry came to King's Furniture because right now you can trade in your old mattress for $100 towards a new one. Get this closeout therapeutic mattress and box spring for just $4.99 when you trade in your old mattress.
Well, now that's hibernation heaven.
Survive the winter and make your den a little comfier at King Furniture.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made a most noble sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat or power again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Easy Match Mania. During the month of February, you have a 1 in 7 chance of winning a bonus $1 Megabucks ticket when you buy a $2 Megabucks with Easy Match ticket. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
In this week's eyepiece, we take a look at how one Winona business is scoring big this Super Bowl season with an attention to detail and a passion for quality.
This small operation is putting a special touch on game day apparel, one stitch at a time. News 8 photographer John Hayes has the story.
Every year, it is fun to see, and we are constantly amazed by all of the product that is brought into market and made here.
I love doing the towels because I get to see the towels on TV during the games, get to see the players with the towels, get them celebrating with the towels, and just knowing I was a part of that really helps.
I mean, it's fun. Like when we see the Gatorade towels on players, I always say, oh my gosh, I might have rolled that. I might have put that in the box. It is fun. I mean, it's a small part of being something that's really big that, you know, is like our national pastime really. So it's fun. It's fun to be a part of that excitement. I mean, I like it, and I like the day-to-day difference in the job I do.
It just shows that sometimes, even with how automated we can get, things still need that personal touch to make sure that they get done the right way.
And make sure to keep an eye out this Sunday. If you're watching the Super Bowl, you might see some of those products that the fine folks at Windcraft made.
A well put together piece by John. I think now we just need either a Packer appearance in the Super Bowl or Vikings so that some of those employees can make it for the team they actually love to cheer for.
Exactly. Yeah, like a full circle moment right there. Okay, Greg has one final look at your forecast right after the break.
When you've trusted your personal injury case to Bygoff and Rohde, you're going to feel the weight of the world off your shoulders. You have to concern yourself with getting to the doctor and trying to get better. We'll do everything else. And that's how we get results for our clients.
Around here, neighbors come together to make each other better. We're taking the same approach with healthcare. Gunderson Health System and Bellin Health have come together to form Amplify Health, giving you more of what's important in healthcare. More caring, more listening, more to feel good about on your way to feeling better. Overall, just a little more heart. Amplify Health by Gunderson. A little empathy changes everything.
The La Crosse Sports Show is back February 6th through 9th.
Shop the latest gear and explore a massive selection of boats, docks, lifts, ATVs, RVs, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and more.
Save big with exclusive show-only pricing. Grab cash and carry items to take home and enjoy family-friendly entertainment.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
If there's too much to see, come back a second day for free.
Open now through Sunday at the La Crosse Center.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at lacrossesportshow.com.
After more than 30 years in banking, I have seen a lot of changes in the housing market and in home lending. The one thing that has not changed is my dedication to get to know you and your individual mortgage needs. There are many home loan programs out there today. We can sit down or talk over the phone to figure out what home loan program is best for you. Come see me and let's talk.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
After you've been injured in an accident, life becomes chaotic. You have doctor's appointments, medical bills, insurance adjusters harassing you to settle your claim. When you call Bygoff and Rohde, we take care of it all. We get results.
All right, it's going to be a fairly quiet day tomorrow. Actually getting pretty seasonal for La Crosse in the upper 20s. Light winds. We won't deal with any of the winds that we had Thursday. 21 up in Eau Claire due to snow cover. But all in all, even Friday evening's quiet. The snow comes in late Friday night through Saturday. Accumulation definitely is likely Saturday. The bigger picture going forward after that is the cold temperatures and maybe more snow by Valentine's Day. But it's going to be cold next week.
All right, so brace yourself for that cold.
All right, that does it for us at 10.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.